Arsene Wenger put on a dazzling display. Steve Watson coming in at the back post and making good contact. Kevin Campbell, who knows plenty about this ground.
Well, that's a little area that David Moyes might have identified as where Arsenal have had a couple of problems. The left-hand side of their defence with Seagan and Van Bronckhorst there, Martin. You know, Keith Gillespie gave Van Bronckhorst a torrid time at Blackburn, and even against Valencia, they didn't look good at the first goal. That side with Toure in there alongside Seagan. So they're searching really for something. It may be that David Moyes has asked Campbell and Rooney to just explore that area there and just upset them if they possibly can.
Well, Wayne Rooney, of course, electrified not just Evertonians but the nation with that winner against Arsenal in October. It was his first Premiership goal.
Well, there's a nervy and really well, I was going to say positive, but it was anything but from Seagan. Not great defending, really poor clearance, and then gives away a free kick in a really dangerous area.
Alan Wiley is the referee.
Well, what the goalkeeper's the order of the day here. Got good options here. Rooney, if he fancies it, Stubbs with his power. We've seen it before. Pembridge with his left foot. So they have the options, Everton. Can they pick the right one?
Well, we've had the debate about it, the Everton quartet. Everton to try and tee it up for Rooney or for Stubbs. In the end, it's Rooney. It's into the wall. Gilberto then gets a foot away. And Bronckhorst. Perez has gone sprinting through the middle. Watson gets back responsibly, but can't stop the pass into Bergkamp. Here comes Henry from the Arsenal left, as is so often the case, but it's swept away by Stubbs.
That wasn't a great free kick from Everton, rather wasted it. Not quite sure why they shifted it. Always think it gives the charging players time to close it down.
Ljungberg and Perez are two wide midfield players, a yard or two apart in the centre for the moment. Lauren. Now Gilberto. Vieira looking for Perez. Cleared by David Weir. Arsenal have gone 4 games without a win. Everton have lost just twice in the Premiership since early December. Both defeats were here in London, at Tottenham and at Charlton.
Well, you look at Everton's 5 away games, Mark. 4 of them 1-0, the other one 2-1. So not exactly prolific away from home when it comes to goals. So it's in their interest to try and keep it tight as possible for as long as possible.
Nice touch by Rooney. Iverson's ball forward finds Kevin Campbell offside. Started with Arsenal, of course, played his first game for the Gunners at Everton. Little did he know then what that club was going to mean in later life to the Londoner, South Londoner. Stubbs.
Well, one thing that Arsenal, one thing the back four at Arsenal know is that they're facing a threat. I always think that's important. You know, they know that then, you know, Lauren, Campbell, Seagan and Van Bronckhorst know that they've got to be careful, know they've got to concentrate. You know, there are some teams that maybe don't possess a threat, but these two, Campbell and Rooney, they certainly possess that.
Gilberto, but it rolls kindly for Arsenal to Stuart Taylor, who actually clinched his own personal championship medal in this fixture last season when he came on for what was his 10th and qualifying Premiership game. He came on for the man who's keeping goal for Everton today, Richard Wright, who just had 1 season with the Gunners. Unsworth has had plenty of seasons with Everton. Lauren. Vieira took it cleverly on the turn. Got past both the central midfield men for the opposition. Ljungberg, Lauren. Bronckhorst on the move to the left of both Vieira and Henry, but he hasn't got the ball yet. He gets it now. Vieira again. Here's Robert Perez. Bergkamp, bit of a stab back. Can sense some unease around the stadium.
a bit surprised at Perez, Mark. I thought the chance was there to pull the trigger. It did open for him on his right foot. Looked to play the little one too.
Facts of the matter are that if Arsenal win their remaining games, they will be champions. And last season, after going out of Europe, almost they're here to the day, they had 8 games left. As now, they won all 8. They also won 3 in the FA Cup over that period to do the double. It could all happen again, or it could all go horribly wrong.
That's all fascinating. Manchester United fans will say, well, if they win all their games, they're going to be champions. And that's how fascinatingly poised it is at the moment. There's a bit bonus when you play Arsenal that you're a midfield mark, protect your back four well, and Everton's have got to.
Here's Ljungberg. Perez. A great lover of the long-range shot, Patrick Vieira. Spurned the chance there. Here he is again. Into feet, into Ljungberg. Back with Vieira. Perez, Everton happy just to be behind the ball. They've got to make some challenges now, though, because it's Thierry Henry. Thierry tries to get to him, and helped by Yobo, the two of them stop Henry's intentions.
Well, it's tight like that as a defender, so important to stay on your feet. Don't dive in, don't make it easy for or easier for Henry.
Sol Campbell has come up, Henry curves it in. Was it Seagull?
It was. Quick ball in, but not so sure Everton shouldn't have dealt with it. Really well attacked. But it's a fabulous corner from Thierry Henry. Seagull on the penalty spot, in he goes, in amongst players, goalkeeper no man's land. Gets nowhere near it, Richard Wright. Comes, stops, and once he did that, he was never going to get there, Martin. Coming the second time, you watch him, he comes, puts the brakes on, then he tries to come again. No chance, simple header in the end.
Brilliantly past Stubbs. Can he finish it from here? Oh, it's dropped by Richard Wright, and he got away with it as Henry came careering in.
Well, the only surprise is that Henry didn't really finish it. Poor goalkeeping in the end, because it's not the best struck shot. This is sublime, the first part of this, Martin. Just watch him the way he looks at Stubbs. Dennis Bergkamp knows where he is, and what a brilliant touch that was. That scuffs the shot. He more than makes up for it, the goalkeeper. Plunging at the feet of Henry.
Shades of Bergkamp at Newcastle last season. See them going near post again. On the back, Sol Campbell, but a push. Bergkamp. Henry.
Likes that one, doesn't he? Was it Manchester United last season? He rolls it off the outside of the right foot and hits it immediately. That's what he tries here. Little flick up. See what he's trying to do.
Talking of Henry and what you were just mentioning before about players going off. What about the penalty taker when he's fouled and injured? That happened to Henry last season.
Yeah,
Lauren actually took the penalty and happily for Arsenal scored, but there have been ructions if he hadn't. Henry couldn't come on the pitch. Bergkamp. Perez, pinpoint football from Arsenal. Henry, parried by Richard Wright.
Well, that's it. When they get that much space, that's a little cameo of what we see time and time and time again. Henry in that position in between the right side of centre-back and the right back. And either a Perez or a Vieira or a Bergkamp threading the ball through to him. What the goalkeeper expected him to.
Perez. Powering on, Henry, Ljungberg involved, but rather finding it out in the end. And it's Watson. There's Kevin Campbell.
Well, he can't come left, Everton. Freddie Ljungberg struggling to get back.
Ainsworth's cross, no challenge on Seagull. Collected here by Stubbs. Thierry taking over. wanted for Seagun again. Leitier with a bit of impeding.
Doesn't quite hit it as well as he might, but that's when they work it to Perez, and there's that ball. Weir trying to give himself some depth, a little bit of space. It's a decent effort on his weaker side across the goalkeeper.
Really dispossessed again. Bergkamp. Perez. Keeping it at close order here. Arsene Wenger's team. Giving Everton time to regroup.
They've done not a bad job of frustrating them.
Well, they know, as you say, they're not going to just toss the ball into penalty area. Well, he's gone in there now. Perez
Looking for another threaded pass here, you see that?
Now Rooney. Roberto's gone back to try and deal with it. He's changed of direction from Wayne Rooney. A brilliant cross.
Oh, boy. But it was the first we've seen. It's taken 39 minutes. But fantastic. I mean, these are no bum defenders and players. Gilberto just skips past him as if he's not there. It's a stunning ball across, and I think Mark Pembridge will think he should have done better. Maybe surprised it reached him. That would be the only thing.
He's another one short of games, isn't he, at first team level recently.
But if he gets decent purchase on that, Mark, from 4 yards, surely would have brought an equaliser.
Oh, misjudged by Weir, the bounce. Bergkamp. There's Pembridge picking his way through the traffic. Say the same about Watson here, but with Pembridge infield, there's no one to the left for Watson, but he's kept it very well.
He did all right. Sloppy ball out from Leitier, really sloppy.
Gravison has put one or two meaty challenges in, as David Moyes would expect. In the first 40 minutes, brings down Bergkamp this time.
And when you lose the ball like that and Arsenal are going to break against you quickly, it ain't such a bad idea to give away a free kick.
Lauren. Ljungberg. Can measure it in for Ori. Weir got in the way. Two Campbells together again. Lauren return reminiscent to his days as a midfield player. It's given away by Van Bronckhorst rather cheaply. Although the chance to move forward, he hasn't had many opportunities to do that. And probably relieved in the end that Everton get the free kick. He might have got caught out of position. Wouldn't want to go 2 down before half-time, Everton, but they'd love to get to 1-1. Here's David Weir. Not quite sure what was on at the free kick, but he spotted Watson.
But like he does so often, Patrick Vieira sensed the danger, saw there was a problem, got over and dealt with it.
Kevin Campbell's touch, Rooney going in. Front men linking up then for Everton.
Good defending, super defending. He's got to be really touch tight with Rooney here, and so Campbell is. Knows he's got to make the challenge. It was a pretty good one as well.
So was Pembridge's last corner.
You see what I mean about there's been a glimmer for Everton, Mark. There's been something there for them. If that was a much better final ball in.
What can they manufacture here? Oh, it's another corner.
Oh, there's heads and hands all over the place in there. Patrick Vieira not happy with the referee. What a ball that was from Mark Pembridge.
It's Gravison this time.
That's too high. That's a complete waste. That's 2 out of 2 for Gravison. That's really poor.
Let's have another look at what happened from the right wing corner, from the left foot of Mark Pembridge.
This is a brilliant ball in. Flat, good pace on it. I think it's Lauren that goes up and just gets a touch on it at the front post there. That could have gone anywhere.
Lee Tier. Grabbing on by Broncos.
They did well, Lee Tier, didn't they? It's a great opportunity for Everton to put a bit of quality, and it will be Pembridge who has put 2 fantastic corners in from that side. And the time running out, really important that he puts it into a good area.
It's not exaggerating to say it'll be a vital few seconds in the story of this season's championship race if Pembridge can... whether he was actually going for goal.
It certainly looked like it, didn't it? That didn't look like it was arrowing that in as a cross. It looked like it's putting a little bit bend, a little bit of whip on it. Goodness me, Stuart Taylor scrambling across goal. That's how close that was.
If he saw Taylor going out towards his near post, it was a very good spot and an ambitious, clever attempt. Well, Arsenal lead through a player who's been rather a symbol of their deficiencies. Pascal Seagull, who's been a winner in only one of his last 8 Arsenal appearances, and that was against Farnborough in the FA Cup, has scored his first Arsenal goal. It's the difference between the two sides. But at half-time... Van Bronckhorst. Bergkamp. Henry keeps it in. Leaves Weir, but Yobo was alert and so very adroit. Getting the ball back to David Weir.
It's been a little sloppy at times when it's come up to them, the front 2 of Everton, in the first half.
They'd love to have Radzinski, wouldn't they?
Oh, they would.
He's been electrifying at times this season. Top scorer. Scored in the 2-1 win over Arsenal in October, which set Arsenal on a run of 4 straight defeats, and I think Everton on a run of half a dozen wins.
And he's got that little bit extra pace that no other Everton player has, man, at the top end of the pitch.
Ljungberg. Van Bronckhorst. Bergkamp.
It was quiet first half, Dennis, wasn't it?
Yes, by his standards, and of course he didn't go, as is always the case, or invariably the case, on Arsenal's midweek European travels. It's the odd away game in Holland, doesn't he? And it's Bergkamp's cross. Will it reach Perez? No, because Yobo's determination and acceleration.
I'm just looking at Thierry Henry saying to Perez there, you should have been a bit closer, but in all honesty, when has Perez ever getting on the end of a cross in the back post, Martin? He wouldn't have expected it.
Beautifully played by Vieira. Perez. Vieira! Angle was certainly against him. And some steadfast opponents. A bit concerned, I think, about the way Lee Tier stayed down rather than went down. He realised that Everton had still got the ball and initially seemed prepared to play an advantage.
Yeah, he was trying to. He just gets caught. He's getting hounded out here and he just hooks the leg round. Patrick Vieira catches him round about the knee.
With the ball nowhere near.
He's just in a word with Alan Wiley now, the Arsenal skipper. Should be okay, more of an impact really than a twist.
Well, smiling when you're not playing, but David Seaman still believes he's got more football to come. There's these 2 England games, and as I say, we've been steered towards the fact that Seaman won't be involved with England against Liechtenstein or against Turkey. It's Rooney. In goes Kevin Campbell!
Oh, he's hit the side net. But then Sol Campbell do enough. Didn't get the touch. But this is how close and how tense the game is for Arsenal. Everton can play with the freedom, Martin, because it doesn't really matter as much to them in that respect. Doesn't quite get it, rather hits it into the ground, Kevin. It's a lovely ball back by Rooney. I think if he hits that properly and in the target, they would have really given Stuart Taylor a problem.
Everton's Campbell. Unsworth. A spell of play here that's reinvigorated the ambitions of David Moyes' men. And they do have ambition. I know what you're saying, Andy, about they can play
with
in a relaxed way.
Yeah.
But Liverpool have gone above them today. Currently 6th in the table. They go back to 5th with a win.
Well, the Arsenal fans are trying to help them their team. I think Everton have to guard against this side at Arsenal. There's so many fantastic individuals in it, Martin, that any one of them at any particular moment in the game can just do a little bit of magic, and the second goal is in, and it really is uphill then for Everton.
Bergkamp. Ljungberg. On the header. Followed away by Gravison. Might turn Campbell. One's lost out to Pembridge. Rooney. That's all part of the learning game for Wayne Rooney. And believe you me, he's got the talent to be boosted by the educational experiences of playing in the Premiership. Almost 10 minutes gone in the second half. Arsenal seeking a second goal and a more relaxed approach for them. Vieira.
Should be getting a shout there, David Weir from Richard Wright. No need for him to deal with it, the Everton captain.
Gilberto, overindulgence, and here's Rooney. Seagull backpedaling. Rooney! He's done it to Arsenal again. 1-1. And Wayne Rooney takes a salute of triumph at Highbury.
Great goal. Absolutely top draw. Takes a shot so early, Martin. You don't teach people this, he has it. You're born with it. It's a great ball, they win the ball, they're sloppy Arsenal, but there's no danger here. Seagan backs away and backs away, but he just drives it through the Frenchman's legs. Takes the shot so early, one shift and hit. It's across the goalkeeper before he can even move. It really is a cracking finish. Think back to Elland Road earlier this season, almost identical kind of goal he got there. They've been threatening. You have to be honest and say that David Moyes' team have been threatening since the second half started.
A moment of wonder from the boy wonder for Everton and England, maybe.
Well, maybe if he hasn't taken them, he might just have to change his mind.
Well, there was a brilliant cross just before half-time. He's had some sticky moments, Rooney, of course, playing up front away from home against the team that want to retain the championship. It's never going to be easy.
I think the little bit, about half an hour in, when he did a little jink away over on the far side and got a really good cross in, that was the first we saw Wayne, and that since then he's been a threat, and he's been certainly brighter and sharper than he was in the opening half hour.
And he's given Arsenal a major problem here. Offside, on course, Bergkamp is, as you say, offside.
It was close. It was close. He goes there, sees slightly early, maybe. But I think when there's that big a gap when the ball arrives, invariably flag goes up, but it was a tight one.
There is the tension in the Arsenal management. He was getting frustrated, as if a sixth sense told him that trouble was on the way. Trouble in the shape of the emerging star of the English game. It's Rooney you're going to read about in your papers again tomorrow. And it's Wayne Rooney deep in Arsenal territory once more. He flashed in a shot. It was a yard or two off the mark this time, but the danger is there.
This is pure defending by Arsenal. It's almost they stand by and watch it. Both Van Bronckhorst and Seagun almost saying after you. Rather caught him on the toe, that shot. He didn't quite get his foot wrapped around the ball. Wayne Rooney.
It is Yobo. Arsenal though are in difficulties again. It's Steve Watson who's chipped in with some vital goals, particularly in away games recently. He's hunting another one there.
No, they don't look comfortable, Arsenal, do they, Martin, at the back? Any time there's a ball like this played across, look at 3 blue shirts against 2 Arsenal in the centre of the park there. Seagull desperately trying to get back into position. Just about gets scramble it clear.
Vieira. Henry. Answorth's got a problem. Arsenal arriving in droves. Hammered in by Patrick Vieira. Everton are livid, but the goal stands. Arsenal 2, Everton 1.
Well, the big players answer the call. No one bigger than him, but David Unsworth. They're arguing there's a free kick against him. He's trying to deal with it. The suggestion he was pulled away off the ball. Just a long ball up here. And this time Henry wins it. But it's from the second flick on. Now is he pulled back? Oh, certainly might have had a chunk of his arm, Dennis Bergkamp. Looks as if he's going to deal with it. And then he's trying there. He's got hold of the arm. He's jammed it in there. Freddie Ljungberg does his bit. But up arrives the captain. Right on cue. To smash his side. Back into the lead again.
And he calls for more support for the defending champions, whose defence of the title and the defence in this game has had questions asked of it. Yet another game without a clean sheet, but they've got their 2 goals a game, haven't they? Yobo.
Well, you know, David Moyes would have come into this game, Martin, saying, OK, there might be a time when we get exposed on the ground with the pace and the power that this side have, Arsenal. What he'd be really disappointed in is the manner of the 2 goals. One a corner, and the second 2 uncontested headers. Straight from a ball, played right down the middle. Not one was contested of the 2 headers. You know, and the one thing David Weir and Alan Stubbs should be doing is contesting that kind of ball.
Well, they've come back once, Everton. Can they do it again? Watson. Rooney. Ran for him. Corner.
Well, that's a good tactic, that long ball from Richard Wright. Right on the top of Steve Watson with Van Bronckhorst. I said it's a mismatch aerially. And time again, Steve Watson's just helped it on into a good position.
Arsenal have pulled everyone back. Cambridge put in some beautiful corners in the first half. Just veered away from his teammates by the far post. He rammed in the 3rd goal of the game, Patrick Vieira.
So look at that uncontested header there from Thierry Henry. No real need for that. There is a tangle. I think it would have been a difficult decision to give a free kick against Dennis Bergkamp there. Very happy David Seaman.
Bergkamp. Gilberto. Henry. Oh, he feels he was brought down by Weir.
It was a lateness in the fall. I have to say, it's almost as if he took a couple of steps before he went down, Martin. I think that's what might have fooled the referee. He's absolutely furious, the Frenchman. But neither referee nor linesman saw anything wrong with it.
He tried to get himself in, didn't he? And stay on his feet to have a chance. Bergkamp. Wasn't an easy ball. Oh, they're running away from it. Watson. Unsworth. Big of frame, big of heart, David Unsworth. Tia just labouring to get there. Strong enough positionally to stop the attempt from Ljungberg to keep Arsenal flowing forward. It's not a word we've used very often about Arsenal today, flowing.
No.
Which is so often the style of their performances here, but great credit to Everton that that hasn't happened. They played as they have much of the time this season. Strong organisation. That organisation was being threatened here by Henry.
This is where he goes, and I think he gets caught, but he's trying to stay on his feet. But I think having taken 2 or 3 steps and realising he's not getting the ball, I think he was looking for a lot for a free kick to be given.
Kick forward by Vieira. Henry. Ljungberg. Difficult angle.
Well, maybe finesse rather than power would have been the order of the day. Lovely football, great joining up play here from Freddie Ljungberg. I just thought they might try the little dink, Martin. His goalkeeper goes to ground a little into the far corner, but he's not like him. Man, thrashes at it.
Everton heading forward. Van Bronckhorst.
That's not out, surely. Flag's gone up. Oh, that must have been caught. Well, that'll be a booking. That is daft, Thierry. I can understand his frustration. It'll be interesting to see that. We're not right in line with it, but I didn't think that had gone out. Going to get the booking for losing his rack here, but watch closely as this ball. He wants it desperately go out. That is not out. Bounced across the line and away.
90th minute. Yoba. Ferguson. Kevin Campbell is there. Duncan Ferguson swings a leg at it. Gemmell comes out to Unsworth. Plenty for Everton in the middle. Taylor wasn't sure. Arsenal breathe easily again.
Oh, they get away with it. Just great leap from Duncan Ferguson. Goes up early. Kevin Campbell does brilliantly, but that's really good pressure. Look at the red shirts that got around Duncan Ferguson there. That ain't the worst ball either, back in from Unsworth.
And it's a nervy ending to it, because here's Wayne Rooney and Duncan Ferguson going in with little Van Bronckhorst. Sol Campbell, a tower of strength.
No, it has been.
Threw himself into that.
You want somebody to defend for you, there ain't many better. Oh, let it go, let it go. But would Wayne Rooney behind them been offside?
A terrible kick in the circumstances by Stuart Taylor.
Oh, I just thought Rooney's coming in the back. I thought he was onside. Duncan Ferguson put his hands up and took no notice of it. Who knows?
Just marginally calmer now.
Looks like they're going to see it out. Oh, done it the hard way. Had to work really hard, Arsenal as a team.
Gravison. Vieira gets the better of him. That's a big challenge for Arsenal from the big man. No flag. Henry. 15 seconds. Ljungberg. Gilberto. Some wanted to go for goal, others wanted to head for the sanctuary of the corner flag again. Arsenal are back on top, thanks to Patrick Vieira's winner in a most dramatic contest. A major test today, and they have passed it. Just some stars missing, but they need to be all together for the matches ahead. Only around 50 hours now to the start of their next challenge, defending the FA Challenge Cup at Stamford Bridge. It is Arsenal 2, Everton 1.
After the break, we'll get some reaction to the game here at Highbury and take a check on all of Saturday's Barclaycard Premiership action. That's coming next.